Is she ignoring you? Here's how to turn her silence into your greatest advantage. Have you ever felt that unsettling silence when someone you like simply stops responding? You send a message, watch as she posts stories and updates, but your words seem to vanish into thin air. It's easy to fall into a spiral of overthinking, wondering if you were too forward, too reserved, or just not enough. But here's a truth most people miss. Her silence often reveals more about her intentions than about your worth. What if, instead of obsessing over her lack of response, you saw this moment as a challenge to strengthen yourself? This is where the Stoic mindset comes in, teaching you that control begins and ends with your own actions, never someone else's. When a woman doesn't reply, the real power move is not to chase after her or double text. Instead, pause. Not as a punishment, but as proof to yourself that your emotional balance doesn't hinge on her attention. You're not a puppet to circumstance. Someone who can master their own impulses and remain composed under pressure becomes mysterious, even magnetic. It's not about being cold. It's about owning your confidence. If she keeps her distance, you keep your composure. Suddenly, her silence stops feeling like rejection and starts being your opportunity to demonstrate strength, self-respect, and a calm that can't be shaken. Imagine this. You've been sending her messages, and suddenly, the conversation fades into silence. The urge to reach out again can be overwhelming, but giving in only hands are the power. If she chooses to ignore you, that's her story, not yours. Your life moves forward regardless. The best response isn't to beg for attention or analyze every word left unread. Instead, shift your energy inward. When you pull back and let her absence create space, you open room for self-growth. Revisit your goals. Hit the gym with new motivation. Dive into projects you've been neglecting. Reconnect with friends who lift you up. As you refocus on your own development, her silence shrinks in significance. You start to remember that your confidence comes from progress, not someone else's approval. Ironically, as you become more absorbed in your own journey, people naturally become curious. Suddenly, you're not the one waiting. You're the one living. Here's where subtle reverse psychology comes in. Don't chase after someone who's gone quiet. Show, calmly and without bitterness, that you don't need validation from her attention. You're not trying to win by ignoring back. You're demonstrating that you're steady either way. When she realizes you're unfazed, the dynamic shifts. You're no longer defined by her silence, but by your own drive. The strongest move you can make is to keep investing in yourself, because that's where real power and real attraction begins. Carry on with your life as if her silence is just background noise. Post photos of genuine moments, working on your goals, laughing with friends, embracing new experiences. Not to make her jealous, but to celebrate your own progress. If she decides to reach out, greet her with the same calm you've shown yourself, never bringing up her absence or seeking explanations. This is where the real power, calm, and control comes alive. Most men stumble when faced with indifference, reacting with frustration or impatience. But losing your cool only hands over control you've worked so hard to build. The Stoic path is different. Don't let her actions shake your balance. True confidence is steady, neither fake nor fragile. Take a breath, step back, and invest your attention in what grounds you. Go for a run to clear your mind. Listen to music that energizes you. Immerse yourself in work or hobbies that remind you of your purpose. Each time you redirect your focus, you reinforce your own emotional authority. And most important, practice letting go of outcomes. When you detach from a need for a certain response, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster that comes with seeking approval. Your peace no longer depends on someone else's reply, but on your own ability to stay grounded. That calm, quiet mastery is what makes you truly compelling. When she senses you can't be shaken by silence, the dynamic is changed, and your confidence becomes the loudest statement in the room. When you finally let go of the need for a specific outcome, you step into a whole new level of self-respect. You no longer operate from a place of neediness or anxiety. Instead, you move through life with a quiet assurance that speaks for itself. Remember those moments when you were obsessed with a certain answer, whether it was a text, a date, or an opportunity. The more you tried to force it, the more stress you felt. But imagine releasing all that mental noise. Picture yourself accepting whatever comes, fully confident that you'll be fine regardless. This is a heart of Stoic detachment. Trusting that what happens for a reason, and your peace is rooted inside, not in anyone else's actions. With this mindset, you stop chasing validation. You stop trying to convince or impress, and instead, radiate calm strength. People can't help but notice that unshakable energy. Suddenly, it's not about who responds or who stays. It's about your own freedom and power. When faced with silence, most men unravel, seeking answers or validation. But not you. Not anymore. Now, you have the tools to turn any moment of being ignored into a chance to grow stronger, to show you're different, and to lead with confidence. From now on, let your actions and attitudes set the standard. Master your emotions. Choose peace over chaos, and let your inner stability do the talking. That's not just stoicism, it's real magnetic power. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit like and share with a friend who needs to hear this message. Drop a comment about what strategy you'll try first, and subscribe for more advice on building unshakable confidence and mastering your emotions with Stoic wisdom. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.